The Niagara TAPP-C Committee celebrated a milestone recently at the Branscombe Mental Health Centre. The arson prevention program for children celebrated 10 years of serving the region.
10 years ago, there was a wait list for the high-risk program, TAPP-C, of 85 kids that were waiting to see a therapist at Pathstone Mental Health. So today we're at 0.
I'm sure there are issues in terms of confidentiality. Could you explain the process of how the different agencies work together and how this information is shared?
So that was probably one of the biggest hurdles. So as you can imagine, 12 fire chiefs, a police chief, CEO for a mental health agency, CEO for Family and Children's Services. And once we were able to get that addressed, we were able to work collaboratively together.
In many cases, a child's fascination with fire is discovered by a teacher or the fire department. At that time, the case is turned over to Contact Niagara.
So Contact Niagara is the single point of access for ministry-funded child and youth services in the Niagara region. And we act as the gateway into services at Pathstone as one of our community partners. And so when a firefighter or someone on the road, police officer, someone else observes that somebody could benefit from the TAPP-C program, they make a referral through us to the TAPP-C program with the fire department and Pathstone Mental Health.
With no current wait list, is this a process that's pretty efficient?
Yes, absolutely. Because of the high-risk situations that kids who are engaging in fire play of some kind could be involved in, and the risk to harm themselves or harm somebody else, those referrals are made as quickly as possible.
Michelle Pharand is a mental health therapist at Pathstone and also sits on the Niagara TAPP-C Committee.
Generally, we use a cognitive behavioral therapy, and that's really helping kids to connect their feelings, thoughts, and behaviors, and really understanding that behavior doesn't just happen. So we really look at what's behind the behavior and try to have kids have other coping strategies, unlike unsafe fire behavior.
The threat of a child backsliding after intervention makes judging the TAPP-C success rate difficult.
I think people just simply need to be aware that the program's there, and it's not about laying charges or blame or fault. It's it's there about rehabilitation. So getting the people the help they need. Acknowledgement or admitting that there's a problem is usually the first problem or struggle that's there for a caregiver or a parent. So I think just simply admitting that you need help, which at times for an adult is hard to do. I think that's the first step or first challenge, and understanding that this isn't about mental health as a bad thing. It may be something as simple as educating as to understanding what fire is, and that's it. So take that step and ask for the help.
I think the most important thing is really recognizing that fire setting is a red flag behavior. Please don't ignore it. If you're not sure if it's a problem, contact Pathstone Mental Health or contact your local fire department, and will be able to help you determine if it is or isn't a concern.
In Niagara, you're watching The Source.